Pointed peak geeks. Lucas, 1986. Yeah, Lucas is the name of the nerd and the name of the movie, so it's all about Lucas. He is a pointed peak geek because he hits his peak right at the end here where he should, and you know everything unfolds greatly for him as a geek. And he is so pointed because he's after one thing. You know, he wants to get that jacket, that football jacket, be part of the school, and he accomplishes that as a peak geek. It's Lucas all the way. War Games, 1983. It's David. You know, David is just a mastermind hacker, if you want to call him that. Basically hacks a military system that ends up launching some nukes or threatening to launch nukes. Mr. Pointed here is so pointed with his computer skills at the time of the 80s there, and he's just hits his peak when he, you know, hits this war game, or they want to call it, lets these war games go through in real life. So what a pointed peak geek here. Can't Hardly Wait, 1998. William Litcher, he is a pointed peak geek of one-of-a-kind status. He reaches his peak at this party because he can't hardly wait or what have you. Right at this party, he reaches his peak as a geek, but he's so pointed that in the end he ends up being like a millionaire software developer, what have you. But he ends up being remembered more so than the jocks, the popular dudes. So man, what a pointed peak geek here. William. Scream, 1996. Randy Meeks. Yeah, talk about pointed peak geeks. What a pointed geek, because he's just after one thing, and that's surviving a real life horror movie. And I love that about Randy. He'll just try to look out for you. He's a real friend. He knows all the rules. Don't fuck with them. But he's pointed in what he wants to accomplish. But he hits his peak right at the end where he survives one of the worst killings ever here. One of the best horror movies. He survives. This geek should get the girl. The 40-year-old virgin, 2005. Andy. Yeah, Andy here is on a mission to basically get laid and lose his virginity. He is pointed in that mission. He accomplished it definitely in the end because he's such a pointed peak geek. He hits his peak right at the end because he scores, but he does it the right way, if you want to call it that, the old school way or what have you. But what a pointed peak geek in Andy. He is one of a kind. He's so memorable, and boy, watch out, he might poke you. He's so pointed. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977. Roy. Roy is a one of a kind pointed peak geek. He's just so fascinated, obsessed with this alien spaceship he saw and what it's about. He's going to find out what's going to happen here. He is so pointed in that mission of the alien species, finding out the origin, and he is peak when he does, and he ends up showing up or what have you. But he is just peak all around. Mr. Roy, you know, he's a pointed peak geek. Roy, pointed peak geeks.